Hello everyone, and thanks for coming back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at these iFlight box goggles. Some people call these visors, video goggles, what have you. Most of the features I need to bring to your attention are all not working very well or weird. That may turn you off right away, and if you're a subscriber, you're probably thinking about moving on to the next video. First things first, this does not move. See how it's got that right there? That is screwed through there, so this does not telescope in any way. It does have a removable screen inside with this little flap here. We can get the screen in and out, but notice, at least on mine, you cannot get to the on-off button in any way, so to turn it on or off, you will have to take the screen out. And the screen does seem to sit in there relatively well. It doesn't seem to bobble around or anything. It's pretty solid. It's not going to wiggle or shake. But unfortunately, the part that matters, the viewing experience, is terrible. It's either this lens is wrong or it's reversed or something, because when you take the screen out and you watch it just on the screen here, which is one of their primary features, everything looks as you expect it, but you put it inside and it's no good. You can't hardly see. Now, the one big thing that I can point out to you that is possibly a positive, if by chance just my sample has got the lens in wrong, do your homework if you're looking at this. I think there are better options available, but by chance you see other reviews and they say it works out fine, you know, make sure you see more than one of those. Don't really have my face camera set up, so I thought I would show you that my glasses do fit in there, and I was able to wear them with the glasses, and that was something that I tested, was can I put my glasses on and then it comes into view? No, it was still blurry as sin. I actually tried my wife, who had LASIK surgery a few years ago, and she now has 20/20 vision. I showed her a few different cameras. She thought they were all blurry, some just minorly better than others. Also, my youngest, who's 9, she seems to have 20/20 vision. She also put these on and felt that well, she didn't like the goggles for one. She likes the Fat Shark goggles, but she also didn't think the picture was clear. But she's of course just 9. I was just kind of grabbing at straws to see if it was something wrong with my eyes. Also, there's a fair bit of light leak around the edges. I noticed that when I was inside and outside. That's something to take note. Also, it's got really weird, I'm going to take this out and we're going to get rid of this top section here. It comes in the kind of 3-strap approach that we've seen before. It's not a heavy unit, of course. Everything is right here. This is just a plastic housing to wear on our face. But let's take a look at a couple of the quirks of this thing. So here we have the view from the quad that you see in the picture here. It's kind of making everything dark because of the light emitting into my camera lens from the screen. The screen seems to be nice and bright. It's 4.3 inches. You can see we also have a battery display up here. It tells us that we have a TF card or an SD card in there. And if we press the record button, we'll get a little red dot down here. And then we have a time up there as well. But watch this. Watch when I turn, the switch is right here, by the way. So if I turn it off, it just stays here at this screen. It doesn't do anything else. I have to unplug the quad, turn this off, and turn it back on. So I'll just demonstrate that. I'll try to do it quickly so as not to drive you nuts. I only have to take, you can hear my radio back there. So if I turn this off, and I turn it back on, well, geez Louise, that won't even boot up. I've had this happen too, to where when you turn it on, it just doesn't start up. I have no idea why. Okay, turn it off. Maybe wait longer. Maybe it will turn itself back on here. What a video, huh? Is it going to boot up this time? Ah, now it's going to boot up. Okay, so yet another issue. Could be something wrong with this one. You know, maybe the one that I have here for review is the problem. But now you see that we've got the picture back. And we've got my radio sitting behind me talking to me about the telemetry. So as you can see, I've got a picture of it up here on my screen. See that little there? That's the actual product that we're looking at here. And I've got my little quad, and I just called it Nick Burns. This unit with the visor comes in at $60 or $50.99. provided the kind of little things that I showed you. These buttons are accessible from inside the shell, but they're not very friendly accessible. They're recessed, so they're below the plastic line. I would think it would be very difficult with the goggles on to be able to feel these buttons and differentiate which one your finger is on to be able to press it and manipulate it. I'm not going to go into to the settings. It can play what's on the SD card. It has contrast and brightness and color settings that you can change. There aren't a lot of settings within here. The auto scan is also, you can access it through the menu, or you can long press the, I believe it's the check mark button, will auto scan for the nearest channel as well. It does come with this rubber ducky, but there's better options out there. I don't know why you would buy this for $60 right now. If you're looking for a budget goggle that's going to be more usable for just a few dollars more than this one is, like right now for $69 you can get the Eachine VRD2. It's a 5-inch screen. That one has been tried and true. It's been well tested. You'll get a lot more for your dollar out of this. Does it work? Yeah. If you work around all these little quirks, I guess it's fine. I just can't see it doing much for you in terms of anything outside of just being a screen to use at your desk, or to have someone hold and fly by, or to stick it to your radio somehow and fly by, because putting it inside that goggles, if the others are like mine, I can't see any eyes working, and that's just a failure in the product. If anyone is a designer out there or has any words, let this stuff go away after a few seconds and then bring it back. When you press a button to show that stuff, this stuff staying on screen is an annoyance, I think. I think it needs to go away. Otherwise, you have to negotiate, or you have to move your OSD elements outside of that space. Let me go ahead and press the button to start the DVR. You can see we've got the little red down here. Hopefully that's in frame and you can see that clearly, and it's recording just fine right there. So the DVR function does work. The screen does work. It kind of turns on and kind of turns off. It kind of gets a video signal when it's supposed to. I just can't imagine someone who's going after this is probably starting out that you shouldn't buy this based upon this review. At the very least, you need to do some serious homework if you like this design for whatever reason. I think there are better designs. If you have more money and you have to wear glasses while you're flying, I can suggest the FXT Viper goggles. We had those on the channel here a while back. Those are ones that are going to be able to fit most glasses, so you'll be able to wear those. But it is, more than double the price of this particular unit. But what does it matter in an FPV goggle if you can't see where you're trying to fly? So that is the iFlight goggles. That's a thumbs down from me. If you're looking at these, if you like the look or the design, for some reason you like the ability for this screen to come in and out, I'll find a model that I think is going to be more serviceable for you, and I'll link that in the video description down below. I just can't recommend these. I think if you're looking at these for whatever reason, I've said it many times, you need to make sure you do plenty of homework. Don't trust 1, 2, or 3 reviews. Get through a couple of different reviews on this particular product, because again, this is going to be entry level, and I wouldn't want anybody who's trying to get started in this hobby to get burned by the same sort of unit that I have. There's a chance that maybe I just got a dud, somebody had a bad day in assembly and the lens is in there wrong. Now I can tear it apart and check that, but I thought at the very least I need to publish this video as the product that I received. If you have any suggestions for other box goggles that people might want to take a look at, please leave that in the section down below. Leave a little bit about experiences that you've had with them, things you like, things you don't like. Maybe you have a pair that you might recommend to somebody who's looking at these goggles. Let's try to steer people in the right path. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or otherwise, please let me know in that section down below. I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.